So today we're doing a review of the Contour HD helmet camera. There it is right there. You'll see it's pretty small compared to my hand. It's got these rails right here on the side. This is where you'll mount your helmet or your goggles, whatever you choose to mount it to, or if you're not skiing or snowboarding and you decide to mount it to your car or whatever. There's a million different mounting options and a bunch of different accessories you can buy for this. Right here on the back, right in the middle, you got this big power button. That'll turn on the light and it beeps. It's the worst beep ever. Up top here, you have this switch. I don't know if you could see it. There you go, right there. If you slide that forward, now you're recording. When you slide it back, now you're not recording. It's got these two lasers on it right here in the front, which will help you set up your shot. You want to keep them horizontal at all times, so if you have the camera like this, you're able to twist the lens and line up your shot that way. It's pretty convenient. Helps you if you have to mount it some weird way that isn't standard. You can see right here on the front that the lens twists in every direction. So there you go. And then you got the insides right here. This little case comes off. And in there, you can see you got your battery right here with this little switch that'll knock it out if you flip it. You got a USB port, a high-low switch, which is very tiny and tough to hit, but if you switch it, jumps back and forth between high and low. You could set what high and low is in the application you put on your computer, so you could change, like maybe you have high at 1080p and low at 720. Personally, I've left it on low, and I set low to be, I think it's standard resolution, but it shoots at 60 frames per second, so it makes for really cool slow motion if you decide to do that. And then in here, it comes with a 2 GB micro SD card. It's very, very small, so I would suggest just leaving it in there unless you're opting out for a bigger one. I think it supports up to 16 gigs, or maybe I just made that up. Besides these what they call the T-rails right here, you have this little leash that'll hook onto whatever you mount it to as well. There's the other side of this leash as well. Snaps into it, so if it does happen to fall off, it'll just kind of dangle. It'll make for some bad filming, but you won't ruin your camera. And that's about it for the camera. Now, let me show you some footage from it, and then I'll show you a little bit about the editing suite.
Stay
Okay, so you may be asking yourself why I put music all over all of those clips, and the reason being is because when you don't, and you leave the sound from the built-in microphone on there, this is what you get. So clearly you don't want to do that. It sounds like crap, and it's really one of the major drawbacks of this camera, but I guess there's really not anything you could do about it, because when you're skiing or snowboarding or doing any kind of activity like that, you're moving so fast you're bound to get some kind of a wind sound in the microphone. So now we have the camera hooked up in the back. It's hooked up to my computer here. And on the screen we have our Contour HD suite. This is where you can pick out some of your favorite videos. One of the things I do like about this, that can be fun I guess, is that you could pick an awesome length right here. And with that, you can move this little bar around and select the area of your video where the most awesome thing happens. So say it's right in this little area, you could say this is the awesome area. And then you just save that. And that's your awesome section. Clearly I didn't pick the right section of this video, but you get the point. Also, we have the Contour configure, which is interesting. All of the configurations for the camera, since obviously there isn't really much on the physical camera, you have to do it all by plugging into your computer. You can adjust things like lighting to settings like dusk, everyday outdoor, or you can customize it and get all into the nitty-gritty of that. You could do updates to the camera itself. I guess this is the most recent version. There's not much to this pane. And then audio. Mic sensitivity, you can turn it all the way down or all the way up, whatever you want to do. And here's where, like I said before, you could switch between high and low mode. This would be low mode. I have it set to Action HD, quality high, and high mode. Oh wait, no, I have that backwards. This is high mode, 720p I have it set to. This is low mode, I have it set to SD, high quality, and you could see, no, I guess you can't see. Where does it say this? Oh, advanced view. Right. So resolution here on this side, frame rate 60 frames per second, frame rate 60 frames per second. That way you could do some cool slow motion stuff with it and have some better options with your playback. I also think it kind of makes a little bit of a smoother video when you're filming anyway. So I tend to keep it on that, even though on this side with the 720p and shooting in 60 frames per second, you're going to have shortest battery life. Where on this side you'll have long battery life if you shoot in standard definition. So that's the editing suite. Really I don't use it much. The Storyteller, that's the look down here is this. The camera suite is okay, but I don't use it much. I generally just go into the camera manually, which you could just do right there, and you could just grab all your videos and whatever off of that. And you can just drag them out of there. I generally do that, throw them in iPhoto or something, or just bury them in a file somewhere if I need to. But you know, if you're into this sort of thing, you can use it. You could organize events, you could tag places. The new Contour camera, which I do not have, has a GPS in it, so it'll automatically tag places that you've been to. And yeah, that's about it.